We'll find out a little bit more of the story between the sisters. I believe I'm not gonna look at my notes. I'm gonna try to do this from memory.
Okay.
There is, I believe, a bastard son of the king running around somewhere in the countryside, and we have to. It. They may or may not. There's hunches. May or may not be behind it. He may just be an innocent bystander. Who knows? We're gonna find out. We went in celebration, trying to figure out what was going on. We all went and got tattoos. I believe Desto got a cool farting devil.
Oh yeah.
Seymour did not want to partake because he's a loser. Buck got a badass mashed potato castle. I know it's not a mashed
With
potato castle, but in my head, when they were describing like the plate of food and the mashed potatoes, I just figured it was like a castle of mashed potatoes, and the moat
Yes,
was all gravy.
with
Uh,
a cooked salmon
yeah,
popping out of the
and the
moat.
cooked salmon. And Sledge got a diamond on the neck. And Bobby Joe, I actually forgot what she got. Jump in, please, to remind
Rifle with a
everybody.
large scope on it on her ankle,
Uh,
which gives her +1 to all perception checks.
Hell yeah, they are magical. It's pretty dope. And then we all went and tried to find our boy Chad. It's Zach though, right? It's Zach. He's our Chad. Went to go find Zach, which is Emolian for Chad, and we instead drank. Sledge got the eye of a bird lady, and he lost his solid V card. Got ripped up that night as he took her to bed, promised to make her wounds and heal them simultaneously. And it was probably the greatest 7 seconds of her life. And that's all Sledge remembers. Oh, and Buck thinks that Buck thinks Sledge has gone on a massacre in this city and has killed this
Oh, that's
bird lady.
right. Yeah.
Yep.
And with that, that's all Sledge remembers.
All right. Sledge, can I have you give me either? We'll call it a history check.
Oh
Actually,
yeah.
give me a history check.
Let me see real quick. First live roll in a good minute, so great for me. Sledge
I feel like there
Grimfrost.
was one important factor that was missed.
What's that?
Actually, one minor, one major. The minor fact is that we did find out that Nifir is the place where Ratona went. And the other part is the fact that Sledge's family is in town. His aunt, or possibly uncle, is the new dean of New Spectria Tech.
That is true. That is true indeed. And I'm their
Everything's coming
favorite.
up Sledge right now.
And I'm their favorite nephew. 16.
Just a small clarification. It was just the word bastard. There was never a gender attached to it.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
Just to muddy the waters a little bit.
Ooh. Ooh.
All right.
Could be any of the 67 genders.
Yeah. That's it. All right. Let's
You assume it's a bastard, it has to be a boy.
see. Okay. Cool. So we're gonna pick up the session the next morning after you guys have had a chance to rest, recuperate, maybe have some fun dreams about the night before for certain party members. Um, but I will ask the party. There was a couple of things that were thrown out as potential options of things for y'all to get into. Um, and then obviously there's the goal of saving Princess Ratona, and you know where she is. So, what would the party like to do? Is there anything they would like to do in town, or would you like to, set off on your journey?
I think that prior to ending last session, I think we were willing to delay seeing Bretona for at least a day, or go out later at night and leave the castle at night so that Sledge could see his family. And I think that somebody else, and I forget who, had something else they wanted to do in town.
I wanted to leave under the cover of night because of Zane.
That's a good point. And maybe that was what the other thing you want to do was go get Zane at some point in the morning and check on him.
Yeah. I don't remember if there was anything else.
All right.
Nobody else had anything.
Nothing I can think of.
Nothing.
Didn't we have a big debate about whether to leave him on the ship or bring him in under a disguise or something? Or was
That
too
was-
Yeah,
soon?
that was at the castle.
Okay.
Cool. That was at, excuse me. That was at the castle. I'm going to do that a couple more times tonight because I'm still getting over a cold, so I apologize in advance. That was at the castle where we did establish that you guys left him on the ship because we hadn't really addressed the fact that you would have had a dragon with you. So he was on the ship, and I don't believe you've gone back to get him since. So you will need to go get him at some point. But yeah. Okay, so is everybody going to meet Sledge's family? Is it...
What's
that?
That it didn't blink out on your end?
No, I've still got you.
Okay.
All
My
right.
whole TV went black for a minute,
Oh,
so
no. All right. No,
I
we still
almost...
got you.
Okay.
Yeah, do you guys want to split off and some of you go get Zane, some of you meet Sledge's family? Is this something we want Sledge to do on his own? How are we feeling about this?
I would like to meet Sledge's family, so he's not alone.
I want to meet Sledge's family too.
I definitely will not be going, but I'm going to stay close by.
Do you think
I
you
remember
could...
that, yeah. You wanted to keep an
Yeah.
eye out.
I'll stay
You say-
close by in case somebody needs, in case something goes down, but I'm not going to directly go
Okay.
just because I feel like it's something Sledge kind of needs to do on his own. In my
Sledge, do
opinion.
you have any thoughts or opinions about that?
Nah, I'm thinking about good old Tailfeather over here.
Tailfeather is gone, but...
Yeah, but the memories are not. I'm
Alright.
just in my own like, what's up, dudes? Very relaxed.
Desto, do you want to check on Zane for me just to make sure that he's not like starving to death?
I can do that, yeah.
Cool.
I mean, he
Oh,
is far
yeah,
away,
well-
though, right?
Oh, is he?
A little bit.
Decently far from where you are and where you're going. Like, I would say
Damn.
halfway across town.
So, it's something that I could just get up early and go do that then, right?
Well, I'm gonna. Yeah, I guess there's no like need for me to have you guys be planning this now. You guys could have talked about this that evening while Sledge was getting his rocks off and made a plan for the morning. So, if you would like to get up early and take care of that, you can.
Yeah, so I would get up a little earlier than everybody else just to give me time to go do that. And then I figure if I'm a little late and they kind of leave me, I can just catch up if I need to. But I want to make sure I'm close by just in case because of what happened before and the potential for some shenanigans to take place.
Okay. Sounds good. Before I move on, Brent, did you have anything that you wanted to check in with the group on, or?
No, I think I'm pretty cool. I'm just happy to be.
think
I'm
you're
just
pretty
happy to
cool,
be
too.
present. Thank you. Buck is just happy to just to be present, and will probably go off with the rest of the group to meet Sledge's family, unless he doesn't want us to go. And then if not, if he doesn't, then I will actually join Desto. But if he does want people to go, then that's where Buck will be.
Okay.
Dude, I want to show off my favorite aunt. Let's go.
I want to go just so that I could like do like the oh hi and then poke around the area and just see what's still in New Spectre Attack and just like learn.
Yeah.
So I'm excited just to see the interactions.
All right, so we'll go to Jimmy first as Deso runs outside to the coast of the city. As we remember, there was that tower of different portals that basically acted as a really extended staircase. There's still a lot of portals to run through, but definitely cuts down on the like mile or so up in the sky that the city is. And as you get to the bottom and check on your ship, you see that a couple of guys have their eyes on it. And like different dock workers are moving about, unloading stuff from different ships. Yours is kind of tucked off to the side. And you board the ship and find Zane below deck. He hears your footsteps coming down and stirs and like gets ready. And then when he sees that it's you, he's like, "Oh, okay. Hey man, it's been a minute. You guys good? Are we leaving?"
Not quite yet, but soon we will be. Just came to check on you. Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm good. So what's the food situation? I'm getting pretty hungry, and I imagine I'm not supposed to eat the people outside, right?
No.
Okay.
Don't eat the people outside, please.
Okay. Well, I mean, no one told me.
That's not going to end well.
That's the funniest.
How sneakily do you think you could eat one of them outside, though? Just for future reference.
Super sneakily. Super sneakily.
Inside check.
Yeah.
21.
Okay, that beats his 3. Not at all.
I'm just gonna give him like the squint eye look, like I know you're lying. But okay, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I'll work on getting you something. Anything in particular?
Sheep are a classic. Like if you got some mutton, cow, horse. If you get a couple of them, I could do dogs, but I would need a few.
Hold on.
This got complicated fast.
I mean, what do you got on you?
Uncle Desto's first time babysitting.
What about? This is so wrong. I shouldn't do this.
And yet,
Oh.
I'm gonna pull out the tan bag of tricks.
No. No way.
Okay. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, let's see.
Oh, dude, I don't like this. I don't like it.
I love it.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's so bad. I don't even know if that how that would work. Like, do you lose that trick, or does it like?
I'm looking.
Does it just turn foam in his mouth?
There's so many Ammolia laws that we are breaking right now. I know the Wizards Guild is not happy.
I hate how much I love this.
All right. Yeah. So, are you rolling on the bag of tricks table?
I'm going to. I mean, I know what different creatures can come out, right? Or are you going to say that I don't? I mean, I know a tiger can come out because I've had that.
Yeah.
I know a giant weasel can come out because I've had that.
Yeah.
I don't I don't really know what else. I
I don't
mean,
know that you know what else, and I don't know that you.
yeah.
I think you
Ever-
had a baboon at one point. I
Okay,
could be making that up.
baboon. I guess I would know.
Yeah,
Um,
and you've always had to roll, right? We've never had it so that you could just pick.
right. Yeah. I roll every time. I'm gonna just like. I'm gonna just like talk to myself for a minute. It's like, is this wrong? Technically, it's fuzzy ball, but when I throw it, it becomes a creature. But it's nice to me. I don't know. I'm gonna look at him like, is it wrong? I throw these and they become a creature.
Okay.
Am I wrong if I? Am I wrong if I do that and let you kill it?
Well, I mean, I don't think so. That's kind of just like Circle of Life, isn't it? Or I guess.
Well, I'm gonna like put my
Life?
hand on my head. It's like, of course he's gonna say that. Benefits him. Fuck. You know, I'll come back. All right, I'll come back.
Wait,
Let me try to find something. Let me try to figure something out. Okay, I'll come back. Worst case, I have this.
Okay.
Let me
Okay.
try. I'll go try to get some money.
All right. I appreciate it.
I don't know how I feel about this yet.
I feel hungry. That's how I feel about it. But
I know. I'm just the messenger. Don't
No, I get.
just please don't
Wait,
eat. Don't eat anybody outside, okay?
I'm not.
I get in
okay.
trouble enough. And
Yeah.
if you eat someone outside, Seymour's gonna think I told you to eat somebody. I don't want that. It would make sense. I probably would, but don't.
So are you to Seymour like kind of what I am to Mom, or like Bobby Joe? I don't know if we've canonically
No!
established what he calls Bobby Joe.
No.
Okay.
I don't think we did either.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm just like point out.
okay. Okay. I don't know, man.
I just
spent,
listen,
like,
okay?
2 weeks
I promise that by the end of the day, I will have something for you to eat, okay?
With the end of the day?
Before the end of the day, I will have something for you. I will be back.
Okay. I am going to listen because I don't want. Kayla, do you have a preference?
On what he calls me?
Yeah. Do you want him to just like call you Bobby Joe?
Really?
Do you want it to be like Mom? Do you want it to be like Boss? Like.
Boss lady.
Yeah, I mean, I
Big
don't feel like boss lady's really like endearing,
Sure.
but I'm
Mama Dukes.
I think Mama.
Ah.
I don't
Ah,
want to put that
no.
on you unless you're cool with it.
I'm cool with that. Whatever he wants to. Whatever you
Roberta
think-
Josephine. That's what Bobby Joe's short for, right?
Yeah.
Mammy Joe.
Mrs. Canary. That might be
lady.
it.
Question, DM.
Yes, sir.
Who's on the boat right now besides is there anyone on the boat right now besides the drag?
Desto and the Dragon. That's it.
Okay. Cool.
Were you suggesting that Zane might eat somebody else?
I thought Zach was on the boat somehow, and I was like, all right, we have a hungry dragon. We have really drunk Zach. I didn't know if...
Zach is not here at the boat.
Okay.
All right, yeah, he's just like, all right, I guess that's fine. Yeah, cool.
Okay, bye. And I'm gonna walk out.
Cool.
And I'm just like so confused. And do I see any of the dock workers, or is there like some kind of merchant nearby that looks like they would have food? Walking back.
Roll a luck.
Like I know it's technically the port, so roll a luck check.
Yeah, Just like a D20.
Okay. Can I use a luck point on it if I don't get it?
Yeah.
Where's my characters? Oh.
A 9.
What'll a 9 get you?
You know what? I'm spending a luck point.
Okay.
I got a 14.
Okay. 14. You see coming off of the boat, there's like this what would it be called? A barge that looks like it came up from near the south of the continent. It has a number of goats on it. These are goats that are bred more for their horns, it looks like, and maybe their pelt, and less so their meat content. But you do see a herd of goats departing the boat.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to the guys and I'm going to get my coin ready and just, hey, how much would it cost for me to take one of those goats off your guys' hands?
You're like, they're like buying and like crying out over, and it's like, oh, hold on one sec. No, you got, all right, get him over, get him away from that. Get him. Sorry, what would you say? How much for a goat?
Yeah.
Well, really, we're fulfilling an order, so they kind of already been spoken for.
What'd they pay you?
Well, they're planning on cutting off the horns for like drinking goblets. It's like some thing that he's doing. What was it like? 5 gold a head.
I'll give you 100 gold right now, no questions asked.
Yeah, all right. How many you want?
I'll take 2.
You got it.
Good
We
question.
can be too short.
And if they ask you, you don't know what happened to them.
I don't know who I'm talking to right now.
Exactly. Deal.
Well,
And
I
I'm
don't know
gonna
what
give
you're
him
talking
100
about,
gold.
sir. He's gonna like put his hand behind his back, grab the 100 gold, and just run off towards the front of the herd.
All right. I'll wait for the goats, or do I just take them?
And you just take him.
Okay. I take them, and I'm going to walk them back.
Animal handling or grappling?
I am... It doesn't really make a difference. I'll animal. Or can I use sleight of hand?
Stun him, Desto. Stun him and put him over your back.
You could do sleight
Can I
of hand.
sleight of hand?
I will allow
Okay.
sleight of hand. It is some fuckery.
I'll
but
do sleight of
allow
hand.
it.
That's fair. 17.
Yeah, you like pull a rope out real quick and like form 2 little lassos and like splay it out and immediately cinch these collars around their necks and are able to take them back to the boat.
While I'm walking them back, I'm just like, sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And I'm going to take both of them down to Zane. And when I get down there, just, here you go. This should hold you over.
Okay, sweet. All right, sick.
I'm going to look at him just, you owe me one. This is costing me a lot of money.
Oh, you want one?
Okay.
I mean, you can have one, and he like
No,
pushes
not
one
the
towards
not
you.
the goat. Like a favor at some point. I
Oh, okay.
just don't. Just promise me this. Don't let my friend die.
And which one of the goats is that?
Your mom. She's not a goat.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, man. I mean, she's really cool. I appreciate what she's done for me. So yeah, we're good, right?
Oh my god, I know. You want attention.
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay. All right. Cool. And he
All right,
will,
enjoy.
bite
And I'm
snap one
gonna
of the heads
give him the
off of
goats,
those.
and I'm gonna like quickly turn around and start walking away.
Yeah, and you hear the crunching and head out. And as you like close the door behind you, the camera will linger for a split second, and then we see a horn spit out and like embed itself into the wall.
Nice.
Um,
And then when I head back, I know Buck is going to kind of go with me. I think is what you were saying.
If I was going with you if I wasn't invited to go to see Sledge's family.
Okay, well, if I get back and they have not left yet, Tyler, I'm going to find Buck because there's something I want to tell him.
Okay. You get back before they leave, so you are able. They're like having their dinner, or excuse me, their breakfast in the tavern. Sorry, hold on. Breakfast in the tavern. Sledge is, I guess, off in his own thoughts and or regaling the party with stories of last night. But yeah, you find them all there.
A gentleman.
I'm gonna kind of
Okay.
just tell Buck like, "Hey, come over here for a second. I gotta tell you something."
And Buck will scooch down and like, what is it?
I'm gonna take the tan bag of tricks and just shove it right into his like belly, and I'm just like, "Take this. Do not let me have it. Don't ask any questions. Just take it, okay? It's yours now."
Okay, thank you. What does this do again?
The little fuzzy balls in there. You throw one out, and it gives you a little animal, like a different animal. There's been like, well, you've seen the ones I've had before, like tiger.
I didn't know they came out of a bag. I thought you were just.
Yeah, they're little fuzzy balls, and they turn into animals.
What?
They're nice to you, and you definitely shouldn't feed them to people. And no, forget what I said. Just don't let me have it, okay?
What the? Oh,
You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So-
Thank you.
Tea? Is there tea somewhere?
There. Tea, coffee. And then you see him like kind of hacking a little bit, just decaf. Whatever you could want.
No, I don't want decaf.
Good. Remember, the one thing you have to remember: death before decaf.
I don't know if I understand that, but okay.
You don't have to understand it. One day
You have
will
to
know.
remember this. Do not feed the fuzzy balls to animals.
Okay, I will not feed fuzzy balls to animals.
And don't let me have the bag back.
I will not let you have the bag back. Okay.
Okay. Deal.
Do you need a snack?
All right. And with that, after a few more minutes, the party will begin packing up their things and head out to New Spectria Tech. For clarification, I believe the entire party, with the exception of Desto, is going to meet Sledge's aunt.
So I'll tell you my plan is I'm going to find a spot close by and meditate. In my head, I have like an idea of me going to New Spectria Tech and just like either finding like the library or finding like a high spot up top that I can perch.
Okay. Dope. I can dig that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say that you guys all set out together. At some point, Desto splits off from the party and is able to wander your way into the library of New Spectria Tech. This looks a bit more laboratory-like than New Spectria University's library. New Spectria University had this grand sweeping library with lots of leather-bound books and high arching bookshelves, these like magical ladders that would go back and forth, and a giant glowing orb, because what great magical laboratory doesn't have a giant glowing orb? This is more doctor's office. This is just a bunch of files thrown up on some metal shelves. but it's extensive, and the
Gross.
files are like 3-ring bound, but yeah, these are not nice artistic tomes of high magic and creative uses of spell casting. This is a bunch of field logs, mostly. But you are able to find a spot in the library that is kind of like a study area with a high balcony that you are able to perch on if you would like.
Okay, I will perch, and then I'm going to ask you another question pertaining to field logs, but I will message that to you because I'm not trying to hold up the rest of the party doing what they're going to do.
You're good. No. And be prepared. We're going to jump back and forth a little bit. Obviously, they've got like a lot going on, but I do want to check in with you intermittently on what Desto's meditating about and just kind of what his headspace looks like. But yeah, we will check in with the rest of the party as you all find your way to a receptionist desk and inform her that you are here to meet with Sledge. Do you remember your aunt's name?
Yeah,
No.
absolutely. It's my favorite freaking aunt.
Uh-huh.
It's Berthuni.
Yeah, you are here to meet Berthuni Gypsum. And the secretary checks a couple of things on her desk and is like, all right, I'll go let her know that you're here to meet her. Who should I say is here?
Listen, I'm pretty sure the G is silent. It's Yipsum. Berthuni Yipsum.
Really? Okay, I had not been informed of that.
Well, now you have. By her favorite nephew.
Okay.
Sledge.
Well, it's nice to meet
That's
you.
not silent.
Well. Okay. I'll be back. And goes away for a second. And as she returns, you hear footsteps behind her, and then, right, where's this nephew of mine? Where's he at?
Dude,
Auntie.
his accent is so much better than yours.
And you see a middle-aged dwarven lady with a very thick braided beard, and her hair is slicked back in kind of this academic ponytail, but bright orange hair, and got this like workman's apron or workwoman's apron on as she bounds from behind the secretary and picks Sledge up in a big bear hug.
Yeah, I return it back all like, Auntie, it's me. And then get like, I mean, Dean, it's me.
Oh,
Ain't
don't
I
go
the
using those
secretary?
official titles with family like that. No, what are you doing here? I thought you were off on your illness.
This is part of it.
At a library?
I think
Not
I
the
completed it
Sledge I
last
know.
night.
I'm sorry, what?
I think I completed the Colnas last night.
Did you know? And what was the crowning achievement?
Bird lady.
The party.
And,
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
I'm a man.
You just see like Seymour in the back, just like, really? That's your opening line to your family?
There is like a pause as your aunt stares at you blankly for a second, and then she's just like, "Well, of course, you're now a heartbreaker on multiple continents, aren't you?"
I was trying to be
Ew.
romantic.
Come on.
Well, it's so good to see you, and I see you brought some friends with you. Hello, everyone. Berthuni Gypsum. Nice to
Hi.
meet you all.
This is my friend Buck, my friend Bobby Joe, and that's Seymour.
It's a pleasure to meet all of you. Well,
Trust me, the pleasure is all ours. And I make like a very deep, grandiose bow in her direction.
Oh,
And
well, the pleasure is mine back at you. She bows towards you.
Guys, she is probably the greatest aunt. She makes the greatest mountain berry pie and gives the best presents.
It is true. I make a great pie.
I want pie.
Um,
See, lass, I can make you some pie. I've got
So-
nice.
No. Go ahead. Yeah, I didn't realize you were still talking.
No, you're good. I can make you all a pie. Do you want to come to? I've got the. We're still getting moved into the new digs, but it'd be lovely to have you.
Yes.
I mean, you don't have to go through the effort of the pie, but we would love to.
It's no
Come stay
effort
and
at
chat
all
for a
for my
minute.
favourite nephew. I'm sure Sledge has been protecting you all this entire time with whatever shenanigans you're getting into, so it'd be nice to pay the favour.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So did you
Shenanigans seems fitting.
didn't
I look around.
I
Wait.
hope Sledge doing exactly what AJ just did with his hands in his pocket, doing the little twirl.
Yeah. So forgive me, I think I'm confused. You are dean of college because you are good at making pie and give good gifts?
No, that's why I'm a great aunt, son. No, I'm a dean because I've been
Oh.
studied in the academic arts for damn near my whole life.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. I was very confused, but I didn't want to question because this is
It's all right. We're in academia
the-
here, son. Questions is all we're about.
Auntie, tell him what you specialize in. Go on, tell him. I was all proudly, I'm beaming.
Right. Well, I'd say if I had to pick just one specialty, it's geology and the history of stone through the course of dwarven architecture.
She has taught me all I know about stone and stone architecture, and that's where my love of stone comes from. My auntie.
That's right.
Auntie, did you know the elves have limestone bridges?
I did, of course. It's a horrid, horrid thing, but you can't hold it against them. It's just nice that they're not using wood or bending
what I
trees
said.
with magic.
Do you have problems
Makes
with
no
wood?
dang sense.
I've got no problem with it, but if you're building something to last, there's hardly anything better than stone.
Last time
I
I
can't
checked
argue.
your work,
There's
Stone
no argument to be
parades.
had there.
and I just chuckled to myself.
I would like to very shortly after Buck's comment about asking about how she got there about the cooking, and that is like well, there are schools for cooking, but this is not one of them.
Oh.
You
And then there's after she says, "Oh no, I didn't get the job by cooking." There is a slightly crestfallen look to Buck's face as he's like, "That means I can't." But then when Seymour says there are colleges for cooking, kind of perks up a little bit. It's like, "Oh,
college is a big
That's-
word, but there's academies, small academies for cooking.
colored me intrigued."
Seymour, I'm gonna have you roll a history check here.
Okay. Is there anything in reference to it that I can start scanning through my stuff to see
No.
if I might be able to ask for
No, this
advantage?
isn't a notes thing. This is not an advantage thing. This is just
Or not notes, but even just like my abilities or something.
I
Like
highly
a background for me. You said a history check?
doubt. Yes, sir.
That is a 13 plus 19.
Okay.
Damn.
You know that there were discussions and even the fledgling opening of an affiliate academy with synesthesia college, but the timing had just not worked out, and you and Buck had been engaged in other stuff, and but when you're referencing there are academies for this, you went to a place that had an academy for that.
And Buck just might not have known. I helped him have had to help him learn to read. So
I do need to. I feel the need to clarify that you guys went to the arts college. So if it's gonna be anywhere, it's gonna be there.
Bach would have had no idea.
Yeah.
And I kind of just whispered to him, like, you know, there's a chance that the college that we went to might bring theirs back if they got better funding. So
Yeah, that would be great, and we, as adventurers, can help fund it and get it named after ourselves. That's how naming things at these places work, right?
about 85% of that, yeah, that's
Good to know.
actually about accurate.
That is good to know.
The two of you will look up, and about 50 feet away, Ruthuni is already toddling off as she like yells back behind her, like, "All right, come on, let's go get some pies then."
I look at Buck and hi.
Yeah, pie.
Hi. I am just enthralled with the whole situation. It's just like I am loving watching this. And I'm just like, yep, I'm here for the pie, I'm here for the conversation, and I'm just here to be a wallflower.
I'm gonna say Sledge is like that, you know, like he literally had like a 10-year-old nephew. Like I'm 10 years old again, and all like it's like Christmas, and you know exactly how you would picture a young kid seeing their favorite aunt or uncle for the first time after like a while.
Yeah.
And I'm just, Auntie, how's Uncle Mick? How are the kiddos?
Oh, Uncle Mick's all right. He's just, toiling away. But he enjoys the work, as any good dwarf does. Your cousins are good. They're doing good. Thank you. They'd be happy to hear you asked about them.
Are they here, or are you solo?
I'm solo right now. Waiting to see if we get more established. I'm more of an interim sort of thing, so might get the full-on gig. Might have an interview process ahead of me. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. Tell me about you. Tell me about your Kalnas. What's going on with the adventure?
Well, you're not gonna believe it. Went to the Feywild. They have water that goes up in the sky. I'm already kind of freaked out.
That's some freaky shit.
I got pushed in, but luckily I got reflexes like a mongoose. I was fine. I was on my feet.
Always have, haven't you?
Always have. It went great. I was not happy, but I was great. And Seymour was able to drive me off like that. It was cool. No rust. No rust. Did exactly what you taught me to do with my armor. No rust at all.
You always better be very careful about those sort of things. That's why you're such a good egg, Sledge. I'm just so proud of you.
I mean, I am the greatest. It's a known fact.
We've all known it for a long time.
Just for the party members, I'm going to, again, I'm just like a mountain that has blown its top. Like, everything's coming out. Stop me if I'm not supposed to say stuff. Seymour and Buck. I was like, so we were there, and we went, and we found this giant goblin ghost thing, and he came out of a book, and we killed his bird. He slayed his bird.
At this point, you guys are back in her on-site quarters. There's a modest kitchen that you see like a bunch of copper pans have been unpacked, and she just immediately digs into an ice box, kind of like a 1940s style fridge almost, where they like put, might have been actually even older than that. I'm not gonna have the time frame right on that, but like the fridge is where you would put just a giant block of ice in the bottom of it. She's got one of those and is starting to pull things out and start to make the pie.
And then we went and we fought this like bone golem dragon thing. It was awesome. And guess what? I freaking and I pull it out like, I got me dad's old pickaxe. It was in there. Found it. We came back to the city. We're knights of New Spectria. We're saving everybody. I saw the old dean who knew my dad. It was wild. And then I stopped just to get a big drink.
Yeah, she was like in the middle of making pies. Whenever you whip out your dad's pickaxe, there's just like that. Oh my goodness. That's really your dad's pickaxe then, ain't it?
Yeah, it was awesome. I could have swore I saw my dad too.
Have you told your mother?
No, I haven't. I haven't even seen or talked to my mother in a while. How
Sledge
is she?
Creamfrost! You ought to be ashamed of yourself, young man. You find your father's pickaxe and don't even write home to your mom.
To be fair, one, I'm out here saving the world. It may or may not have slipped my mind, but two, it didn't slip my mind. I absolutely thought it was something that should be said in person, not over writing. Something like this.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I chime in the back with a chance
Sure.
of assisting him? Now, I don't usually do this, but also in Sledge's defense, it was only a matter of a few days ago that happened, in all honesty.
Okay, you're giving a deception check.
It was, what, like, less than 2 weeks?
It has been almost a month, if not longer.
Oh, I forgot that we had the month of downtime in there.
No,
I was thinking, I was like, oh, we found...
Well, it was even
we
like
did that.
you found it and then went back to New Spectria, had a couple days there, and then went to Citrania and Zircon and all that, which was another week and a half of events.
I was gonna say that's why I was like, it was like about 2 weeks. So, so then I will change up. Well, we were also ended up in very, very important business, very far away from here. So mail probably wouldn't have gotten there in time, or in a long time either way.
Well, I suppose not, but if Sledge would get on with his dwarven mail, then it probably would have gotten there quicker. But I suppose Calnus takes priority, and then you've got the rest of your life to establish a free-flowing postal service between nations.
It's the D-mail. Dwarven just rolls off the tongue wrong. D-mail. It'll catch on fast.
I'm trying to catch up, Sledge, you know.
Alright,
Has he been poking that idea around forever?
For a while now, yeah. But Sledge is full of great ideas, so it's more of just channeling his creativity towards one thing and getting across the finish line.
I got a 18 plus 3, 21, 24 on my persuasion.
Okay. Seymour, what'd you get on deception?
I got a 6, which automatically jumps to a 10, which means that I got a 23.
All right. Yeah, so it's just, all right, well, if it's been, you know, just let your mother know. That's important stuff, Sledge. That's big. That's a legacy right there.
Aye, it is. And I'm sorry. I'll let her know.
You're right.
Next chance I get.
And she'll like pat your cheek, very endearing.
And then we saw the goblins, and then there was a drug house, but with like dragon jerky, and they basically like all cracked up, but he bonked them really hard on the head. We're good there. What else? And we came here. I slayed a bird.
Right, you told me that already.
Yeah. So feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh. Did they reach out? Did they reach out to you, or did you reach out to them for the dean position?
They reached out to me.
Do you know what happened? Like, why are you in the dean's position?
Well, I know that he was very tragically killed, and they're still looking for whoever did it. So I'm also whatever I can do to keep the school afloat while they're going on with the murder investigation. But it's unfortunate news for sure, but um, I suppose I hope justice is brought to whoever did it.
Do you think you
Well,
might be in danger here by just taking this position?
I can't imagine why I would be. I don't know of any enemies I've got.
well, Auntie, I don't. Not only is this place gonna stay afloat, I'm pretty sure it's gonna exceed what it was doing before.
Well,
Knowing
thank
who's
you,
new dean.
Sledge.
Uh, did you know the other dean?
Well, he was a friend of your father's, right?
As
I'm
far
sure
as
we.
I know.
I mean, we definitely came across each other at family gatherings and such, but can't say that I was fair too close to him. But you got to remember at that time, Sledge, I was popping at the three babies. So if I wasn't tending to them, I was probably resting. Wasn't a lot of social time back then.
Did you? You've always had good intuition. Did you get good positive waves from him, or did you think he was kind of trouble, or did he lead Pa astray, or was he always there for him, having me dad's back?
Well, that's an interesting question there, Sledge. But I suppose that he seemed alright for your father, and your father certainly liked his company. But he was not a man afraid of taking advantages for himself. So he sort of knew whatever he had to do to get ahead, and certainly had his mindset on that.
Someone like that probably
As
makes a lot of enemies on the road. Then, as he gets to the top of his mountain, eh?
Perhaps.
as Sledge gets done with saying that, I'd like to put my hand on his shoulder and be like,
Mm-hmm.
well, that's it's becoming a grim topic and not in the good way, not like the frost kind. Um, maybe let the dearly deceased rest here. So, um, should I call you Dean? Should I call you Dean Gypsum, Miss Gypsum?
You can call me Brathuni if you'd like. Dean, Miss Gypsum, whatever you prefer. No, not everybody's as comfortable with the familiarity, but if you're friends of Sledge's, you're friends of mine.
And as she says that, I could call her Brathunia. Well, Miss Brathuni, and give her a little wink.
And she'll wake right back at you.
Do I catch the wink?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you catch the wink. It's playful. It's very obvious.
I squint my eyes at you, Seymour. Nothing's playful for you. I just mouthed up.
I completely ignore him. He is no longer in my eyesight.
Uh-huh.
So, tell us about like your goals here, and I guess what you plan on working on here as the team. Like, what's your role in getting this place going again?
Well, it's not that it needs to get going again. I just would like to keep it on track with where it's going. I know that previously there'd been more of a study on. I think it might be apt to call it procurement and sort of the techniques and theories behind mining and engineering and how we get some of the ores and magical supplies we use for the various pieces around the Normalian economy. But I suppose the pit project that I want to put in place is a little more with constructs and building things, like you and the nephews used, or my boys used to do, Sledge.
The Pit Pat project, you say?
It's a pet project.
I thought you were naming something. I apologize.
No, sorry, that was the DM's delivery. No, like you and the boys used to do sledge. Obviously, the older ones have grown out of it, but Deg is still hard at work on his robots. So, if we could put some of that here in New Spectria, I think it'd be beneficial for all. Although probably not as combat focused as Deg likes to be.
I try to be all fancy. I concur. What are you gonna make it out of?
Well, probably whatever metal we can procure at the moment. Iron or copper or brass is always a good start. That sort of thing.
Has it got to be fancy and made out of metal, or can it be? How exactly is the construct going to work on that scale? Like, do you have? This is a general, like, an actual question. Like, are you going to infuse it with a bunch of magic from like other professors here? Is it going to run off a battery and be programmed? Is it going to be controlled by you?
Well, we're still lining up the faculty for that, and certainly got the worry about all the supply chain stuff. I gotta say, Sledge, I knew you were an academic, but I'm surprised at you getting into the logistics of things so quickly. Perhaps there's a place for you on the faculty whenever you're done with Calnus.
I mean, you can ask these guys. I'm a pretty good salesman.
No, it'd probably be mostly gyroscopes and gears and such, and use of perpetual motion, but probably some sort of arcane battery at the center of it. But honestly, I'm just trying to get the ducks in a row and then talk to some of Deg's professors and maybe Deg himself if he can enlighten me, because as I've stated previously, my specialty is more of the geology and the history of things, but know that technology is ever evolving and something that's nice to be at the forefront of.
No, Auntie, I would love to do anything I could to help and make your dream come true. Make it happen. Is there anything you need me to keep an eye out for, material wise, battery source wise, something that like isn't easily procured here? That as a knight of New Spectria in our many travels, I might want to keep an eye out for.
I can't think of anything, Sledge, because whatever I'm keeping an eye out for, it's got to serve a volume of 10,000 students. So, unless you're gallivanting around exclusively in warehouses, I can't imagine you'll come across much use. But you've always had a good head on your shoulders, so if you find something that you think is useful, then I'm sure you'll know what to do with it. Trust your instincts, lad. They've always led you right.
DM question.
Yeah.
If she talks about things that are useful, it reminds me of the conversations we had here. The egg of Shamuti.
Yeah.
We have that, right?
Correct. You do have it.
And we had previously discussed it with both deans of the colleges, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I wanted to make sure that we do have that in our possession, and this is the thing. That way it can be known information.
Yeah.
Well, Berthuni, what about historical artifacts, things like that? Is that important to the building a future of the college?
I suppose it depends on what you're talking about. If it's just an old thing, then certainly for the museum and the educational purposes, it's not bad to have. But I don't know, something about your tone is making me think that you're talking more of like actual powerful historical artifacts, something that's power has transcended.
Something similar to that. Maybe not to that large of a scale, but within Sledge's stories, he seemed to miss out one of the things that we were looking for and found, and I began to reach into the bag and grab out the egg of Shamuti.
Oh, would you look at that? Do you mind if I take a look at it?
Feel free. In fact, we would love your expert opinion on it.
And she'll like take
we
it
have-
from you, spin it in the air a little bit as she's looking. All right, what are you
We
looking
have-
for from me?
Well, we understand that we've got a lot on our plate with a few things. You've heard about, I'm sure somebody as well knowledge as you has heard about dragons in the area, and maybe a little something about the elemental birds and demons running around. All of these crazy notions and rumors spreading.
Tecton talked a lot to me, and she'll like gesture at Sledge, because as though he knows who Tecton is, because he does. Hi, Tecton talks a lot about the demons and the devils these days. I think it's all he researches at this point. But anyway, sorry, lad, you were saying.
We've seen all of them. And they're all true. And we were trying to see if this object here would help us with recovering the life of one of the birds that we killed.
Ah, right, okay. So this is sort of like a phoenix regenerator.
That's kind of what we gathered.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a base understanding of some of the things it might need, but was hoping that maybe you could help clarify some of that for us.
All right, sure. What does it need?
One sec while I find that in the notes. That was in another page.
Actually, while you're finding that, I'm going to briefly check in with Desto. Desto, as we cut back to the library where you are perched, maybe vaguely like Batman, what are you meditating? What's going on with Desto right now?
I'm up there, just kind of perched. Eyes are closed, kind of there, but I'm not there. And I'm meditating on one of the many times that me and Kikri went to the windmill in the village and just kind of like laid there and looked up at the stars. And I'm just focusing on the wind moving the windmill back and forth.
Yeah. And you feel that wind like blowing across both of you. And just are taking in the peace and despite the wind, maybe the warmth of that moment. Does that feel fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we get a brief glimpse into Desto's headspace before jumping back to Seymour frantically combing through his notes.
Yes, so we found out that this, to help revive in some way, is we need exposure to 5 different fires.
All right.
And the list we got was dragon, elemental, natural, hellfire, and the fires of passion.
Sure. All right.
I guess the major question I have for you is, by looking at this device in hand and hearing those things, would you be able to help us understand how it works? Like, do we need to get all of them at the same time? Does it store one? Do we need to, like, just do it once and it's good forever? Or...
And what exactly is Fires of Passion?
I, like, finger snap. And, like, him, like, where it's
Sure.
like, I didn't want to say that yet.
No,
Absolutely.
like...
I didn't want to say it yet, but I'm glad you did, because we don't need to discuss it.
Yeah.
Does somebody have the fuck next to it? Like, I'm very confused.
She's like just holding the egg in one of her hands, basically a last pour Yorking this egg as she's like looking at it.
Incredible reference.
Thank you. I was proud of it. Well, no, You don't have to do it all at the same time, but you do need to expose it whenever that activator is present. So, for example, if you were to come across a dragon's fire, pulling the egg out and having that egg experience the dragon's fire would activate one of these little sockets that you would then, because it's been activated and sort of opened up, it would widen enough for you to put one of those heartstones that you're talking about in the egg. And so once
And
you're
you
able
see,
to
like,
do
the
all
light
5, theoretically, this egg would rehatch that phoenix.
Now,
With regards to the fires of passion being fucking, I don't believe necessarily it would be, unless it would have to be, to use the terminology already on the table, it would have to be passionate. It would have to be something meaningful. And as much as Sledge is out here sowing wild oats, I doubt that Sledge, although tender with her, likely, was probably not passionately enamored with this lady. Would you agree with that, Sledge, or have you perhaps found true love?
I know me love is will and always will be to the forge and only the forge.
so you hear me like whisper to Buck in the background. So Sledge needs to fuck a forge.
Oh God. I think if you look on some of the mage discussions, there's a rule for this. I believe there are at least 34 of them, and one of those may be able to tell you about a forge.
Now, Sledge, you remember when we had that conversation with Groom? You can't get that close to a forge with fire resistance or no.
What about fire immunity?
Now,
I still don't know what you'd be doing with it, but I guess it wouldn't be as dangerous.
What?
But no, this
What-
is more
what-
referring to a length.
passion be,
Yeah. What was that?
could passion be something besides sex?
No,
Absolutely.
that's what I was getting
Like
at. Like
anger,
Like what? I'm sorry.
like anger, like a passionate anger, or does it have to be love of some sort?
It's from the verbiage you're using and from what little I recall about this sort of magic, when using passion in this old script, it is typically referring to some sort of love. So while not necessarily sexual love, it would still be the type of love that is very deep and felt very strongly between two people.
what?
And I look at the egg and see if there's any of the things lit up from just it being around the people that we've been around in some of the interactions, like Bobby Joe's dad willing to sacrifice his life for his daughter.
So you look at that, and in thinking about the conversation just had, that might have worked, but it was not exposed to that. You never pulled it out of the bag, and Berthuni starts to like stress that whatever it is, you have to be intentional with it. It has to experience that moment. So whether, like, I mean, point blank, and this is the DM kind of peeling back the curtain a little bit, you guys were at a volcano. If we're going to talk natural fire, that is absolutely something that would activate the egg. However, you kept the egg in the bag the entire time.
We did.
So the egg was never exposed, and therefore that hole did not open up. It is also something that, because you guys went there, even if you took the egg out just by happenstance, put it back, and then came here, that hole would not stay open. You would need to do it in the moment.
Like put the piece in there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I meant by it. But okay, cool. So
Um,
it's got a timeline on like how long it will have that, but once the stone is opened enough, once the hole's open enough to put the stone in, it permanently stays in there until all 5 are done.
Yeah, once the stone has been inserted, it will stay in there. But you got to think of the heat as the like activator for those sockets to open up for you to even put the stone in. And so as the heat goes away, so too does that socket close back up.
Okay. Well, now we have a lot of good information on that. Sweet. So, thank you so much for helping us with that. Like we were given nothing but vagaries and scripts from Theoden over at New Spectria, and even when we came here to New Spectria Tech asking for counsel, it was very vague. And I guess maybe it helps having the item in hand.
Yeah, that's sort of an old way of thinking about education, is sort of giving you all the clues on a table and letting you all piece them together, but I can't say I found it to be particularly helpful. I think if you give people the basis of the instructions and why those instructions are necessary, you're a lot smart enough to figure out now what to do with the egg. But if I'm just like, oh, it's heated by the fires of passion, and they don't explain what that is, well, sure, it is a more a more powerful learning memory for you when you actually figure that out. But who's to say that you wouldn't have all just given up in frustration, or, I mean, fucked on top of an egg with a bird lady, and you might have broken the darn thing.
It's very true. Ah. Are you sure you're not teaching any classes here? Because when I'm done over at my university, I may come in and just audit a class or two if you were teaching.
Well, we're getting close to setting the academic calendar, so I don't believe I'm teaching anything yet, but if I can't find all the faculty I need, I might be teaching classes soon. So you are more than welcome to audit and or transfer over to New Spectria Tech.
Thank you.
Cool. So I will check in. Bobby Joe, do you have any questions, or like, what do you think you're doing as all of this is going on?
I feel like I'm just taking in the conversation.
Okay.
Don't hate me, Tyler. I kind of got distracted by a little bit of wedding drama. But
Bobby Joe is engrossed by the pie. She's just, this is the best pie I've ever eaten.
Pie.
Sure. No, Kayla, you were totally good. You never have to apologize for that. So,
does Desto have a sending stone?
I believe Desto does have a standing stone, unless I am incorrect.
Yeah, hop on the sending
I
stone
do.
and just how Desto is doing and see how Zane is.
It'll snap me out of my meditation,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna just send back. I'm okay. I'm just in the library. He's good. I got him something to eat. Yeah, he's good. He's safe.
We'll send back. You're the best Uncle Desto. Thank you.
And I'm just gonna ask back, like, is everything okay over there?
Seems to be so far. As I stuff my face with more pie.
Uh-huh.
I'm just all right, let me know if anything changes. I'm not far away.
AJ's really taking that dwarf thing seriously over here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he is. And once we get off the sending stone,
Yeah.
I'm going to hop down from the perch and start perusing the field logs. And I specifically want to look for, Tyler,
Okay.
if anybody has a field log on my people.
Ooh. Okay. All right. How about you roll an investigation check, and we will we'll cut back with that in a second. But let me take a note of that.
I got a 14.
Okay, 14. You got it. Yeah, we will come back to that in a second. But yeah, we'll cut back to the rest of the party. You are all now having a wonderful pie. If Sledge has not steered you wrong in this moment. This is possibly the best pie you've ever had. The mountain berry just explodes in your mouth with flavor in the best way. It is both sweet, it is tart, it is mixed in with like a little bit of a chocolatey flavor as well that just complements the fruit perfectly.
The secret. I think I found out the secret, by the way, Auntie. You use the boulder raspberries, don't you?
Boulder raspberries are a part of it.
Yeah. I thought.
It's a berry blend, so you figured out one of the berries involved.
The roux is delicious. Is there a question? Because Sledge has been contemplating listening to the Ega Shabuti thing. Is there an open flame right now, like from baking of the pie?
Yeah, we could say that. Yeah, she's got like her oven situation is just she opens it up and there's like a small little fire at the base of the oven.
Can I take the egg and put it in there and see if it reacts?
Yeah. You take the egg, you put it in the oven. Are you just like holding it over there, or do you like close the oven door behind it?
I'll hold it because I know I'm immune to fire, so I will just hold it and see what happens.
Yeah, you hold it over the fire for a little bit.
Yeah,
and
if it starts to damage or something, I'd pull it back.
No, you hold it over for a little bit. You can see the socket that you got closest to it start to glow a little bit. And when you pull it out, you like look at it, and it's a little bigger than all the others. But just from like a quick math in your head, it's still not big enough to open up for one of the heart stones.
So theoretically, we just need does it need to be a hot enough fire or a big fire?
From my experience near bonfires, that's a question of one and the same.
And I look to Seymour, Buck, Bobby Joe. I don't know why we haven't done this in all our campfires, but do you guys want to experiment and try to knock this one out tonight? Maybe try to make a big old bonfire?
Sure.
Yeah.
My thought is maybe because we always use magic to start the fire.
We don't need magic.
So maybe we don't do that tonight. And yeah, I don't see why this couldn't work. Give it a shot.
That sounds like a great idea, Sledge. And I'm sure you're planning on doing that very far away from the city or any civilization so that you don't burn down towns.
Oh yeah, we have a boat right in the middle of the harbor. We'll go on there. There's water everywhere. It'll be safe.
Sledge, what's your boat made out of?
I forgot. The elves got to the boat makers.
That's all right.
Wood.
I know. When you're dealing with that sort of problem solving, it's hard to keep track of all the little details. So you would have gotten it, I'm sure, but just to save you a little time.
Ah. Bless you. Bless you.
You're quite welcome.
Well, this has been absolutely lovely, and
It
I
has.
hate to cut family time short, but Sledge, we're planning on leaving tonight to go north. If you're still wanting to go with us, Sledge, or would you prefer to stay here with your family?
My Auntie's fine. She can take care of herself. I gotta look after you, or she'll never let me hear the end of it.
That's right. You're traveling with the greatest dwarven warrior I've ever met, so you're in good hands, all of you.
Are there not a lot of dwarven warriors where you come from?
She stares at you, just fully not comprehending, and she's like, "No, there's lots. Dwarves are proud people, but Sledge, I mean, talk about just destined for greatness, a gifted child for sure. Top of his class, head of all the sports teams and wrestling, and great at the forge as well."
You may not believe this, but this is peak alpha dwarf right here.
Oh god. Seymour hangs his head a little bit lower than normal, even though he hangs his head a lot. That was just like, well, I guess I stand corrected.
And she's like, "Yeah, I'm all right here. Certainly come back if anyone wishes to take classes in Sledge. It's always great to see you. But I'm happy to bump into you. And if you are digging into that demon devil, what's it? Oh, I mean, with the amount of reading he's been doing, Tecton's probably a great person to talk to."
Con?
Tecton,
Tecton.
yes.
Tecton.
Yes, so Sledge, you would know that Tecton is the middle of the three sons that Brethuni had. He's a couple months younger than you. And Groom is the older one. He's older by a few years, and then Deg is the one that she was referencing that works with robotics. And he's a couple years younger than you.
I'm sorry. I literally have the names up and.
Oh, you're good, dude. No, you were good.
I thought you were talking about a professor.
Nope, you were totally good. That's what happens when I throw information at you. I told you things, so it makes sense.
So Tecton is the middle,
Retain
studies
anything.
demons a lot. Would be a good reference for us.
And where is he?
Groom is the
he's
oldest.
home in Carnelia.
Oh. Perfect time to speak to me, Ma.
Exactly. See?
These.
Always efficient, yeah. Yeah, Taz, for your notes taking sake, Groom is the oldest, and as you guys have been like talking about family and stuff, picked up that he's the more blue collar of the most blue collar of the three. He's the one that's still working in the mines, kind of carrying on this Grim Frost. What's their last name? Because it's different. Gypsum or Yipsum legacy.
Gibson.
And then Tecton's the middle one. He's more the clerical, bookish sort of type. And Deg is robotics and like getting artificer vibes. Deg, D-E-G-G.
Oh, got that one right the first time.
Groom is spelled G-R-U-M-E, and Tecton is T-E-C-T-O-N.
I wasn't half that. I added an extra H in Tecton, so not too bad.
Not bad at all. But yeah, and unless there's anything else the party would like to address here, you guys say your goodbyes and begin heading out. And we will check in with Desto one final time before the party regroups. Desto, you had rolled a 14 on finding a field guide or logs of the Kenku people, and you are able to find such a file folder. It is not as dense as some of the other files around it, but are able to find sort of the initial notes, very high level kind of summary of earlier research, talking about the initial evolution of the Kenku, of these ravens and crows that were bestowed magic and given sentience and bipedalism and language, and no one's exactly sure why this particular group of ravens or crows was given that gift, and others still exist in the world as just mere birds. But in studying them, uh, researchers found that yeah, they once this magical shift happened, diet changed, not fully. They still retain some parts of their avian ancestors, but there's also very human qualities to them, and they immediately happened upon the concept of tribe and grouping in a way that they were kind of surprised by. And they make mention of various customs that I honestly would let you speak on before I did, as far as kind of what the rituals of the Kenku people are, but kind of the proto versions of that, and mentioning and it's kind of like notated as such that, as with all the animal races, there was initial fear and hesitation, and through extensive study by a couple of devoted researchers, found to be unwarranted, that the Kenku people overall are just as hospitable as any other humanoid race. Is there any particular information you are looking for from the field guide?
No. I just wanted to read something to just kind of like, just something about, my people. Just so I know that it was, like, they existed. People knew who we were. And
Absolutely.
as long as I'm still alive, like, I can move on and hopefully get back there one day.
Yes, absolutely. And you see that, as is the case with most civilizations that are not directly responsible for writing the history books, the arc of time has been kind to the Kenku, or rather, initial accounts were greatly exaggerated on perhaps the amount of fear people needed to regard you all with. Not that you are not capable warriors, not that you are not capable of defending yourselves, but the what's the word I'm looking for? The just the otherness with which people treated you guys has subsided over time.
And I think I actually forgot to add this. One thing I would want to look for is if there was a mention of another like village or any other area that I was unaware of.
I think that you on a 14 are flipping through and see mention of like migratory patterns, but are interrupted by a overeager librarian who is begins talking to you about the different files, and well, if you're interested in Kenku, can I also show you this file on Arakakra, or perhaps you're interested in Azamar. Also, are you set up with a library card at this library? Would you like to check that file out and maybe return it in a few weeks?
Yes, actually, I would.
Wonderful. Let's get you. So, do you have a card number that
it might be longer than a few weeks, though. What happens if I'm late?
You'll just pay an overdue fine. We prefer
okay.
that you're not late, but sometimes
I'll try my
things
best
happen.
not to be. But...
Sure.
Okay.
Right.
So how do I check this out?
This librarian, unless you would like to interact with this differently, will get you set up with a library card at New Spectria Tech.
I'm all for it.
And when, and I'm gonna throw this out there, you tell me if you disagree, but when he mentions that you need to be a student in order to have a library card here, you throw out a fake name related to the new dean, and give yourself an alias, or would you like to pay a fee to be an outsider member of the library?
No, I'll throw out a fake name.
Cool. To be determined later. And yeah, you're able to check this file out. You're supposed to return it in 3 weeks.
So I check it out. I bring the file with me. I kind of like stick it in my coat or whatever. And while I'm walking out, I just like say to myself, like, I'm not bringing this back.
Okay. Cool. And yeah, you meet back up with the party. Everybody's back together again. And unless I am missing something, everybody is gearing up to head out for Nishir. Is that correct?
Yes. And go check on my dragon baby.
Is there
Yep.
any discussion that you guys need to have before we kind of cut to you guys on the road?
I'd say that when I get back with everybody, I'm going to go to Seymour, and I'm going to show him the file I checked out. Just like when I was in the library, I found this. It's like a field guide on my people.
Wow. Like, I know that paracockers in general, there's some known about them, but it's very minimal. That's probably one of the most extensive documents of your people you might have.
We're called Kenkus, but not
My bad.
too far
My
off.
bad. My bad. I
But
apologize. It's still got wrong bird on the brain.
it happens, man. I know. I
Still can't believe that happened either. So
wild. Yeah, but it says. I think there might be more of us out there.
and it doesn't surprise me. But I know that it's rare. I like look at the document a little bit and just kind of like go through. I'm like, this will be light reading, but not heavy. Well, do you want me to help you out with it, or do you want to get through it and just kind of let me know?
I'll let you know. I think I want to keep it just as a reminder.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth the read through. The more you can learn about your history, the more you could possibly learn about you. I don't think that's a bad thing at all.
Yeah, I don't either. And thanks.
Yeah, just let me know.
And I'm gonna walk away.
All right. And we will cut to the party working their way outside of the city, I think, for just tidying up the narrative a little bit. We'll say that you guys put Zane in a box with some holes in it and rented a cargo wagon to ferry that cargo outside of the city. That's cool
That's
with y'all.
reasonable.
And as Knights of New Spectria, you were able to call on that favor with no money exchanging hands. So
Perfect.
you get to outside the city, and we're going to have each of you roll a d20. So I'm going to start with clockwise on my screen. We'll go Brent first, then Jimmy, then Kayla, then AJ, and finally Taz. And that should
That's
be
a different setup than I got.
that should be the rough amount of days it'll take you guys to get from here to Nishir. If we're like doubling it, we'll say 2 days apiece. Because I think it was like 5 days for you to get to Abel.
I have just something small to have in the background of that as an idea. Just having a small cut scene of like Seymour speaking on Ascending Zone to leave like, hey man, we're out of town for a while. We'll just keep each other posted. Let me know if you hear anything worth transmitting.
Will do. Brent, what'd you get?
Shout out to the 2 crew.
All right, this is gonna happen quicker than I thought, but sounds good. So you guys travel for about a day and a half. We're gonna call it night on the second day. As you pull off the path and make your camp in the nearby trees, and as you begin to make camp in the setting sun, you hear rustling in the distance.
Is
Like chipmunk and squirrel rustling, wolf rustling, or like bandit rustling?
I would say it sounds, whatever it is, sounds huge.
Oh,
it still in his box?
No, Zane was let out of his box as soon as you guys got outside of the city.
Can we have Zane check it out?
what?
No, that was a terrible idea.
You can.
Well, I mean, if somebody's gonna have to check it out, we don't have to make it
No.
one of us. The motherfucker can fly.
Wait a second. I have an idea.
You hear
pulling
a
out
huge rustling sound and a little bit of like crackling.
crackling,
Crackling.
like
trees.
Like a fire?
like trees or like cooking.
Like electricity crackling? Yeah.
If you would
Yeah,
like
or like
further
electricity.
details, you could roll a perception check.
Oh, let's go see.
No, don't tell me that I hear a sound, and don't tell me what kind of sound.
I said
Crackling.
crackling. I mean,
That could
crackling
mean
sounds like
literally
crack.
anything.
It could be.
That.
You're telling me that, Brent, you've got just like what's the audio version of a photographic memory? Just any sound you ever hear, you're like,
Yeah.
This is what this is. Exactly. Know what it is.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Because I'm a weirdo.
All right, who's rolling perception, or what's the plan here?
I will roll it, and I'm using my eyes, so I get advantage.
No, Brent is the one that rolled, and so that's why this is happening. But everybody is able to make this happen now, or like to interact with this.
Okay.
Cool. Perception check. Got it.
Rolling perception.
Why is it telling me to customize it?
I do not know. That's interesting.
Are we all rolling perception?
If you would like to, yeah, you can all roll perception.
I
We'll
got
treat it as like a group perception check then, so we'll just average it out.
I got a 14.
I also got a 14.
Okay.
I got a
Okay.
6.
And I'm going to add that I put my goggles of night on.
Okay. What does that do?
I have
I think it just gives me night vision, but
Okay.
my cape. My cape lets me see 120 feet in dark vision, as well as
it gives me
physical and
dark
ethereal
vision.
light.
Dark vision to 60 feet. Yeah.
I got an 18 on my
I'll
perception
be
check.
right back.
11.
Okay, so 18, 11, 2 14s, and a 6.
Oof, not good.
I brought us all down.
By 5.
Damn it, Kayla.
Abby.
I mean, I rolled the 2, so you're fine.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
crackling sound is different than the rustling. So the rustling is more branches and like undergrowth of the forest. The crackling sounds um, more like fire and lightning.
Oh, lovely.
We gotta go see what it is.
I will pull out the decanter of endless water and have it ready to go.
Okay. So is the entire party going to investigate, or how's this happening?
Well,
I will.
Yeah, let's go. I say Seymour is getting peer pressured.
Okay. I will assume that Seymour is going along unless he opts not to. You guys.
Seymour will join.
Okay, the disembodied voice joins. And you guys attempt to follow the sound into the woods, and a survival check is now in order.
oh shit.
You can have someone lead, or you can do a group survival check. Same rules
Ooh.
apply,
Uh,
but we average it out.
We're
I'm
all
proficient.
we're all
I am as well.
Yeah, I think we all are.
Lord.
I have a +8 survival.
Oh,
Same.
that's better than me. Y'all
Yeah.
go.
You take up the rear in case we have to turn around and that becomes the front. But
18.
20 that time, so it's a 28.
Oh damn.
Well, we're gonna take Bobby Joe's. We're gonna
No,
take
if
Bobby
you
Joe's.
rolled, then it counts for something. What'd you get?
I got an 18.
Okay. Is anybody else rolling?
Oh, what would I be rolling for? I kind of cut
It'd be
I
survival.
think we just said it was just gonna be us.
out. I'm okay with not taking a roll on this one if we're all right with that.
Yeah.
And I'll rely
it
on somebody
averages out,
else's.
so you're in a good spot right now. So, average of 23 between the two of you. Bobby Joe, you immediately key in on the sound and are able to track it. And right up about the point that you can start to get eyes on something, you stop the party and are able to like hunker down in the underbrush before you guys are spotted. And as you all look out, you see a large figure. And actually, let me grab the art on this.
ooh, there's art.
Better than your stupid mini, too.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn.
God damn.
Leave that man alone.
God damn, Yeezy.
Incredible.
I'm just trying to enjoy my life out here, and she just destroys everything that I find
Well,
happy.
hold on now. Hold on.
You destroy everything she finds happy, so.
Yeah, hold on. You guys look and see. And you hear a voice as well start to talk of this deep, thunderous voice. I just can't believe that we got all the way out here. It's just me and you two idiots. A whole army left behind.
Oh, yikes.
Is that one of the demons from the giant
Oh,
place we destroyed?
no. Oh, no.
Oh,
And he is addressing two smaller, and you can see that the big one is definitely a demon of some sort. He is addressing two smaller demons, and I am attempting to figure out if I can share a picture of that. Where is that?
That's the hellfire we need, right? It's right there in his hand.
What are the odds of that?
I can see
Hellfire right here.
Sludge just saying that out loud.
Absolutely.
Where? Yeah,
Gives
I will
America
work on
over.
finding the other ones.
I'm
but
totally fine with
the
that.
description of two lanky, gray, hairless fiends grinning wildly at the bigger one, revealing a mouth full of long, sharp teeth and a lolling tongue dripping with saliva. You see four short black horns crown its temples and forehead, above a pair of shining black eyes. These two creatures have a hunched posture, making it hard to gauge their true size.
Seymour, go ask him if we can borrow his swords.
I just
Give
stare
her right back, we swear.
at Sledge.
I just don't understand the hesitation right now. Like, the answer's there. It's like just like easy, like A to D, skipping B and C type of mind.
I mean, honestly, that is. I mean, if we can get the jump on them, I think we can. We're basically gods at this point. We got this.
What if I play a damsel in distress and you guys sneak up on them?
Your acting
A
sucks. No one
damsel
will
in
believe
distress
it.
against demons.
Pretty well when I'm in bed with you, bitch.
Yo!
Holy shit!
Oh, oh,
Bro.
oh, I'm uncomfy.
I want to get off.
Me too.
Hey, yikes.
All right, good night, everybody.
Why was that the answer?
Oh, shit.
Why,
She just goes straight for the
Wow,
jugular. every
why
time.
was that the response?
That was
Damn.
immediately off the cuff, and
Fantastic.
Oh,
no difference between the game and real life all of a sudden.
Hell yeah.
man. I want to give inspiration for how quick that was, but I can't encourage bullying either way. So I will not give inspiration. But Kayla, that was fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna say the same thing.
I will
Caleb.
give Bardic inspiration for it.
Yeah, there you go.
Once we get into combat, we're inevitably about to get into.
Oh, that's so funny.
Sledge has flashbacks from the bird saying that to him.
So
All right, let's
at this
see if
point,
I
it's
can-
like, well, we kill the two little ones and make the big one either use a hellfire on it or try to use a sword to see what we can do. But I think at the end of the day, we need to just kill them, right?
Yeah,
Demons are bad, and
Demons are red.
Those things fucking creep me out,
Oh,
guys. We
wait a
need to
second,
kill them.
Damn it.
Hey guys, they only have a +7 to hit, so
Yeah,
I think
shut
we
up,
Hey, thanks
AJ.
for-
Damn it. Mother.
we can take
Guys.
them easy.
I think they have multi attack, so watch out.
oh, this is the other one. Oh, wow, that one's a lot scarier.
God damn it.
We love
I
you,
think-
Tyler.
I think they might have an immunity to necrotic and poison damage,
That's
but I'm not
what
sure.
I get for not having this prepped ahead of time. Damn it. Let's edit that image a little bit.
It only does 2d8 of attack.
Yeah,
We're fine.
That's nothing for Buck.
Guys, even with a +7, even with a nat 20, he ain't gonna hit us. We're good. Buck's got like mock Jesus HP right now. Okay, it's insane. He is absolutely. And then he doubled it, so it's mock squared Jesus HP. He's great.
All right, let's do this thing, guys.
All right, so can we get in position to bamboozle him?
You guys can make a group stealth check if you would like to try and give yourselves a surprise round.
Hell yeah!
Do it.
Everyone down with that? I don't want to just do it if no one else wants
I'm
to.
down.
Let me pull up what their.
Roll an initiative, you said?
It'll be stealth first to see if you guys get a surprise round. I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys what you're trying to beat on average. If one of you fails, all of you fail. So.
All I know is they can't get a surprise round on us.
Yep.
So we're rolling stealth.
You're rolling
What is the
stealth.
approximate range of those guys away from each other?
You are
Shout out to the 2 crew, but I got a +10, so now it's 12.
Okay, so you need
It's-
to beat on average. You need to beat a 16. In order. And then distance wise, Taz, they're about 60 feet away from you, and the 2 smaller demons are standing about 10 feet away from the big one.
Cool.
And the big one's just
Bobby
railing
Joe?
about how much he hates this place, how much he hates the sticks, how much he hates the trees, how much he hates the cold air, the wind, and you get the idea.
I do. Bobby Joe, I would like to remind you that I just gave you Bardic Inspiration, ripping into Sledge, so you can roll a d10 and add it to that score.
Yes, I'm
I
gonna do that.
also would like to let the party know that I spent a luck point because I didn't like my first roll, and I got a nat 20, so I got a 30 overall.
Okay.
Well, I'm
Thank
I'm
you.
glad
Point.
because I got a nat 1.
Okay.
Rolled my bardic inspiration, and I'm now up to a 20.
I awesome. The dirty 20
20
nat
stealth's
20.
not
On
bad.
a nat
I got,
1.
and I got
But we got a nat 20, so I don't know if those cancel out or
I got a nat
what you want
20.
to do with that.
Yeah. What would you add to that typically, Brent?
I am proficient in stealth, so I would add 6. So I would get a 7.
I'm going to do half of what you add to that as a negative, so I'm going to call it -2. Does that seem fair?
It would be a -3
Or,
because I add 6.
well, but you rolled a 1. So 1
Sure.
minus 3 would be -2.
Okay.
Does that seem fair?
Hey,
That seems better than a -1.
yeah.
Or an natural 1.
Cool. So we're doing that. That's a 30. That's a 20. Sledge, what did you get?
11.
11. Cool. So that is 30, 20. And then Seymour, what'd you get?
I too used a luck point to avoid a natural 2,
Okay.
and ended up rolling a total of 21.
21. Okay.
Good
So between the 5 of you, you got a total score of 80, and you needed to beat a 16 overall. Meets it beats.
Hell yes.
So you are able to get a surprise round. I think based on the timing, we're going to end up getting one round in and then calling combat in the middle. But for now, let's go ahead and roll initiative, shall we?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dude, we're about to fuck you up.
Probably.
Natural fucking 20.
Oh wait, I get advantage on the
2
initiative.
for
That's
22.
much
but
better.
I got a 23,
I got a rock.
but not a nat 20.
No.
I got a 15.
All right, 1 second. All right, so Buck, what'd you get?
15.
15. Cool. Desta, what'd you get?
23.
Okay. Bobby Joe, what'd you get?
12.
12. Okay.
That's with my 10.
Sledge, what'd you get?
4.
Okay. And Seymour, what'd you get?
Natural 20 for 22.
Okay. Because you got a natural 20, I'm going to have you go before Desto.
Seems reasonable.
And then, let me roll the other initiative here. Okay. All right. So all of you are going to be able to act before anything happens. You all get a surprise round. So as you, I assume, leap out of the forest, how are you attacking these demons?
I would like to say that before anybody leaps, if I'm the one getting first action, I would cast a spell. And so through the middle of the dark forest behind these guys, you just see like a small purple aura show up as I cast at 5th level
Ooh.
Synaptic Static.
Okay.
What's that?
I need all 3 of them to make an intelligence saving throw. So, Kayla, I choose a point within range and cause psychic energy to explode there, kind of like a psychic fireball.
Ooh.
A creature with an intelligence score of 2 or lower cannot be affected by the spell. I don't know if that's relevant here or not.
Creature what?
Of intelligence of 2 or lower cannot be affected by this spell.
That is not relevant here. So intelligence saving throw for the minions is a 9, and then intelligence saving throw for the big one is a 10 total.
The number to beat was 17.
Okay. So
All
I
right.
don't think I
So on a
get that.
failed,
Oh wait, hold on. I
on
get
a-
advantage. That did not help. Do I get advantage on these guys? I do.
oh,
And that also did not help. All right. Well, that did nothing for me. But yeah.
okay. So they will take full damage, which I will count up here in a second.
Okay. I'm gonna be
And
really sad
then
if you guys kill these before they even get to do anything.
after a failed save, the target has muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all attack rolls, ability checks, as well as constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. The target can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself with a success.
Okay. Run that by me one more time. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. Okay, so on a failed save, the target has muddled thoughts for 1 minute.
Yeah.
During that time, it rolls a d6
Mm-hmm.
and subtracts the number rolled from all of its attack rolls, ability checks, as well as constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. The target can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself after a success.
Okay. All right. That's fun. Good stuff. Good stuff.
And they all have 31 psychic damage to them.
31 psychic damage. Got it.
There it is. That's what I was waiting for.
All right. I will put that in there. This is not. Sorry, I'm trying to cue up battle music because it feels weird too. Not having that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. We get a surprise round because they're surprised. Do we get advantage on attacks?
I hope not.
I don't know what the actual rule is.
Let me Google that real quick.
It depends on what rules you want to go by.
Surprise itself doesn't grant advantage, but being unseen does.
Right.
Well, we already yelled out surprise. No.
Did we though?
I'm gonna say you guys get the free attack round, but once you attack, you're definitely seen.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well. Okay. Cool. So we did that. They each take 31 points of damage and have some rolls to make for any checks that they do. For any concentration checks.
Only for concentration checks for that, as well as attack rolls and ability checks.
For attack rolls and ability checks as well. Okay, good to know. All right, so next up is going to be Desto.
Sorry, give me 1 second here.
You are totally good.
This is all theater of the mind, right? No.
This is all theater of the mind.
Just want to make
There's
sure I didn't
something
miss
coming
any of
up
that.
that will be very map heavy, but for this part, we'll just rock theater of the mind. Can I get this to cooperate?
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay. So I'm going to run in.
Uh-huh.
How are they all looking, by the way, after the synaptic static?
Hurt but fine.
They're close together, right? They're not like spread apart.
Uh, within 10 feet of each other.
Okay. They're within to where I could do like a 20-foot cone and hit all of them, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you could.
Okay. So I'm going to get. I want to position myself like behind the the big one, kind of like to the side or behind, like flanking around.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my Breath of the Dragon feature. So I can replace one of my attacks with an exhalation of draconic energy in either a 20-foot cone or 30-foot line. So I'm going to do the cone, and I'm going to make the damage type cold.
Okay.
So all of them need to make a dex save. I believe it's DC 15. Yeah, DC 15.
Alrighty. And it looks like our music player is crapped out for the evening, so had a nice little run. Cool. Deck save. 18 on the small ones, the smaller ones, and a 12 for the big one.
Nice. Where do I find my martial arts die?
Um, you just reclassed.
What level are you?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Brent is finding that for you. You said you're doing
Yes.
cold damage on these guys?
Yes.
Okay.
It says it's 2 rolls of my martial arts die. And if they save, they take half.
What do your unarmed strikes do?
1d10 plus 5. So it's 1d10,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it'll be
So
2d10.
2d10.
And roll like shit. Oh my god, dude. 3 damage.
Okay.
So, this is not as cool as I thought it was going to be.
Did they
So
both
3
fail?
damage. The big guy failed.
Big guy failed. Little one succeeded.
Yeah, the other 2 pass. Yeah.
Okay. So you'll
Okay.
see the little ones take 1 damage each.
Absolute waste of my time.
And do I hear something?
I hear it. I was going to ask where that was coming from.
No, I heard it too, but I don't know.
Okay.
Probably AJ.
What is it?
Probably fucking stupid phone.
It was like some video in the background. You will
Yeah.
hit the big demon with the cone of cold as well, and you see that as what little cone comes out of your hands hits him, his skin is so hot that it melts some of it before it even makes contact. So he does take a little bit of damage, but not a lot.
And then so with my second attack, I'm going to use my short sword on him, on the big guy.
Okay, so you're running in.
Oh yeah, I'm running in.
Are you able to cover 60 feet?
Yep, I have 60 feet of movement.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
So that's going to be. That's a nat 20, baby.
Oh my god.
Let's go. I'm going to spend a key point to do a stunning strike on him also.
Oh, fuck you.
So he needs
Okay.
to make a con save.
Okay.
Taz, does he do the subtraction for any saves, or is it just checks and attacks?
No, it's only for concentration checks.
Alright. That is a 21.
God damn it. Okay, so he's not stunned. But I got his ass.
You did.
So
You got his ass.
Yeah.
Alright, so what's the
Got it.
damage?
Got him.
25 on that attack.
25. Alright. Jesus.
And then I'm going to do a flurry of blows as my bonus action.
Okay.
And I'm sending them all on him.
Alright. Let's
So
get it.
first one's a 25.
Hits.
Second one is a dirty 20.
Also hits.
Okay. Uh, 18 damage total for both of those.
18 damage total. Heard. Alright. So,
And that's my turn.
yeah. That is your turn. Cool. Where are we sitting at?
I should have just done two short swords instead of the
Good lord.
little puff of air that I let out.
Yeah. All right. We are now to Buck in the surprise round order.
Awesome. I am beginning the. How far away are they from us? You said.
They are 60 feet away.
Great. Wow. It would be really terrible if I couldn't get up that far, but luckily I can
Mm-hmm.
because I'm raging
Mm-hmm.
to begin the turn. So I will first rage. That is an 18. I need to figure out my damn phone. Hold on. I hate the new iPhone thing when it comes to pictures. 18. So as I begin raging, there is a distortion of magical energy around me. And so I as when they start when and if they start concentrating on spells, that will be a problem. Um so I will run up using 60 feet of movement because I can get that by raging, because one of my barbarian features is that if as long as I rage first thing, I can move half of my movement as a part of my rage bonus action.
Okay.
So I will run up to who looks the most hurt.
The one that's had the most damage done to them is definitely the big one.
But does he look the most hurt?
Sure. Quick math. Yes.
Okay. Then I will attack him. Two swipes. Reckless. Great weapon master. I'm taking a -5 penalty, but at advantage. So first attack is a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay.
Go Buck. Go Buck. I'm your biggest fan. Such
Uh,
just
the
like withdrawal.
Second hit is higher.
Okay. Hits.
Okay, so first attack. Oh, and they haven't gone in combat, so that's an extra 2d6. Because I'm a bugbear, let's go. Alrighty, so my rage damage is +3. Okay, so 20, 30, 40 points of damage on the first swing.
You're fucking kidding me.
I'm not.
Oh my god. Fucking
Do I,
just getting jumped. I'm not even gonna get to
do,
go.
do I
Alright.
kill it?
You don't kill it. No, it's still got health, but Jesus Christ.
Okay,
We might get
so
like one more round of combat.
second
That's
hit.
great.
Second hit is much worse, if that makes you feel better.
Barely.
3, 10, 13, 15, 25 points of damage on the second hit.
Alright. Very cool. Very, very cool. Anything else for me?
That is it.
Awesome. Bobby Joe, you were up.
Okay. Who is the least damage?
Either of the smaller, and when I say smaller, the medium-sized demons.
Cool. I'm going to take an aim at both of them. One gun for one of them and one gun for the other one.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you
Bye. Wait, why am I rolling damage? Hold on. I'm done.
are you rolling? Which gun are you using? Are you using your rifle or your pistols? Okay.
The new Ammolia pistols. An 11? Oh, wait. 20. Just kidding. I forgot to add the plus.
20 will hit.
And 3 damage.
Okay. 3
And I
damage.
want to aim at the other guy.
Uh-huh.
And that's an 11?
11 to hit.
Yeah.
Will not hit.
Damn it. Well, I still get one more.
You do get one more.
I'm going to use a grit point and use my adept marksman
Okay.
and shoot at the one. I want to shoot at the one that I miss
Yeah.
with my pistol. When you roll a 1d20. How do I pull up what I just rolled? Or does it automatically delete it?
Let's see if I can pull it. You roll a d20. It looks like a 15.
Yes, that's the one. Does that one hit?
Yep, that just hits.
Cool.
So you figured out the medium-sized one's armor class.
My damage is an 8.
Damage is an 8. Very cool. All right, they take damage. You got anything else for me on your turn?
Uh, I think that's all I can do, right?
You bonus action. Yeah, I think so, unless you want to move any closer.
Nah, I'm good where I'm at.
Cool. Sledge. Close us out.
It's gonna be really simple. All right, we're going. Good old Sledge. Does a prayer to God. Let the aim be true. 4th level. Uh, guiding bolt, good sir.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's see.
And who are you
Nat
aiming
20,
that
nat
at?
20. Big boy.
I figured.
You shall not pass. So it's a 12 plus 9 is a 21.
21 will hit.
All right. I'm just gonna do online for the 76. Sorry, I don't want to find 76.
Weird.
That's the whole fun part.
I know.
That's the clicky clacks.
I know. I don't want to waste your time. I know Kayla's yelling at me. 25 radiant damage.
25 damage
First time
hurt.
she's yelled at you for taking a long time.
All
Does it look
right.
like he takes damage from radiant?
It does not look like he takes extra damage from radiant. It looks like he has perhaps built up some sort of resistance to overpower the vulnerability that most demons might have.
Cool.
This is
So
very clearly a seasoned warrior of the demons.
so as I do that, I'm going to hit him with the into the fires of battle and throw my fucking guiding bolt. And then as it hits him and he lights up, I'm gonna um, say into the anvil of war, and I'm gonna cast a 4th level spiritual weapon right behind him.
Can you cast?
I
You
believe I
can't
can do that.
cast
I
two
believe I can do
spells.
that. I thought, oh no, you're right. Oh no, you are right. I'm sorry.
Would you like to?
I forgot to. It's a cantrip in front, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, then I guess I'll have to do something. I guess I'm gonna action surge and hit him with
Okay.
another 4th level guiding bolt. My
Okay.
bad. There we go.
All good.
And that one's at advantage. Oh my god.
Action surge 2 spells.
You can.
You can
That's
action surge
fucking
him.
cool. I don't
I'm
think I
gonna
realized
use. So it's gonna hit, but I'm using one of my features of the um, what that give +10 to one of my attacks
Okay.
because I got a 2 and a 3,
Oh, jam.
unfortunately. So it's gonna be a 3 plus 9 is 12 plus 10, 22.
22 will hit. What's the damage?
Um, oh my god, where'd you go? Jesus, I suck. Nice. 26.
Jesus fucking Christ.
26 radiant damage plus 25 radiant damage. And I believe that is all I can do.
Okay.
that's all.
The huge demon looks incredibly hurt, as his two minions have also taken sustained damage. We're gonna cut it off here. So I'm gonna stop our recording.